Hello again. I am back to look at the pink stickers. So I have this one, which is pink. And if you've been keeping up with my sticker series that I'm doing, then you know I've done green and yellow, and today we're doing pink. So let's see what we have for stickers today. We have that. And a lot of these are big, so we will only get what we can get because some of them are really large. Let's see what we'll get. See, that's enough to almost fill the whole thing up. This is a ponytail scrunchie. Let's put that up there. This is that one I thought maybe could go with yellow because of all the yellow buttons in between the balloons, but I think that pink ribbon and the two end flowers help out a lot. Okay. Bubble milk tea. All right. See, these are big, really big. That's cute. The buggy is cute too. And so, because these are so big, I'm not sure how it's going to turn out because they are huge. And we only have, just a rectangular paper, and all them big ones will eat this up real fast. How long is this paper? Let's see. If we put it to this line, it would be, let me see. Let me go this way. We can do it from here too. From 12 inches in length, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 4 3/4 in width. So that's where we at with that. Okay, so basically it's a full sheet of light cardstock and all these big papers. Oh, big stickers. They're not going to work. I already know that. Okay, so on this side, we're going to put this down. I'm going to put that one down. I wonder if I should put pink around it. I don't know. Let's see what our image looks like first. I know it's a shoe. When I was looking the other day and I said, well, wait a minute, because that might be torn. And I need to understand. I'm kind of looking at them off on the side because I don't want YouTube to pick it up. So what happened was this was on both. So I have that. I don't know if I chose something else. Let me keep looking. I did choose something else. I have that too. So the thing is, am I going to use them both? Maybe in my mind I was thinking about using them both or just one. I didn't pull from another book, but these are the images I have. I thought this could go with red too, but I was like, the strawberry. So can I use that for red? It's red and white, red strawberries, and that's pink. So, I don't know, but that may be the image that I'll use. Let me see what else. I have 2 for purple, 2 for white. Oh, I have something for red. So it must be that I'm using this. this way. Because I have something for red. Apparently, I was looking and found something else for red. But I know this could go for red. It's just that the strawberry milkshake or smoothie, it is pink. And so, you know, you don't know how that's going to be looking if you say you're doing pink. So anyway, we'll just go ahead and use both of these images, I think. Why would you put a shoe with a drink? I don't know. Like, why would you do that? I'm just looking at what color it is. I think that's where I am and was. And again, this still is a part of junk journaling. So maybe, just maybe, it will be okay to put the two images together. I don't know. I don't know. But we'll see in a second. We'll see in a second. And this shoe has a little bit of black edging around it, like a shadow. So we may not need to be adding any ink around it. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see. Because, I mean, you can just put it down like that. But I think it really needs something else. The shoe is just so cute, but I don't know what to do about this just now. Let me get a magazine. Let's see if we can find something. I don't know what I can do about it just now. Let me just pull a magazine and see. I brought an Oprah and a Better Homes and Garden. Okay, let's see what we can find of a pink image that will go with either one that is not a flower. Okay? That looks like it's pink, but the top of it would be brown. So we don't want to do that. Well, then this is pink, isn't it? It is. And I said that is not a flower. And that's what we always seem to get. So let's just look a little bit more. That's a strawberry. Oh, look at that. Look what I found. Oh, it's going to be way too big, though. Let me show you what I found. Let me show you what I found. Voila. But it's going to be way too big. That would be perfect. Okay, that would be perfect. But it's going to be way too big. Even if I tear it down, you really won't see that part of, you know, this paper that we have here. Let's see what else we can see. There are a lot of strawberries and what looks like red berries in here. Red berries and strawberries. But they go with red, so we can't use that. And this blossom looks like we can use it, but it's got a Hershey Kiss on the top. So that kind of is brown. I'm not sure, but maybe if we use one, it might be better than the shoe. What you think? Let's take the shoe out. Let's see if we get one of these. They call them spring blossom. Spring for blossoms. Who in the world knows? Let's see if we get one. What it'll look like with our little drink. Might be okay. Might be okay. Let's see. All right, we might want to put two. Who knows? I think that'll work. I don't think that's too bad of an idea. Let's see. I think that'll be okay. Let's just go with it. Okay, the big strawberry ice cream will have to go back. Lovely image, but It's just too big for us for right now, what we're trying to do. So we'll get 2 pieces of this little yummy looking dessert. It's got some kind of shredded or shaved coconut on something here with Hershey Kiss. That looks pretty cool. Let's go with it. That's where we're going. That's the way it's going to go. Okay. Let's put a little bit of, maybe we should use the pink around there. Maybe that'll look cool. Let's see. Somehow we can't use the pink around it because, or the, actual color of what we're using, because it's just too much with the frame of the original paper. Yeah, but this will be okay to do this. This is all right. This is all right. So I need to really get on. I don't know why I struggle so bad. I struggle so bad to find something that will generate some income. And then when something comes up, like writing this book that I've already started and I'm in chapter 2, then I got such a spirit of procrastination. And sometimes I find myself being just like what I hear on some of these YouTube videos I follow in light of becoming a businesswoman, entrepreneur, soulpreneur, whatever like that. Sometimes they say it's not so much as being afraid to start as it can be afraid of success. And it's like, for me, I always look at that and think to myself, well, that's not my story. I'm not afraid of success, right? But then it seems like, well, why aren't you going full speed ahead and, doing the thing that can generate some money? And it's like, I don't know. I don't even know. Let me pick that up with that. I don't even know why I'm not. That don't make no sense. But it's probably just an enemy's tactic against me. But I am going to do it, and I'm going to have it finished before it's time to go back to school in the fall, which will really be late summer. And it will be out in the works of stream of income, okay? So that's what we're looking at. I'm using pink here to just kind of brighten this up instead of using the black. I think the pink might make it a little more. The other thing it tells me also is that I have to not be too concerned with doing this. And in one great sense, it's like, right, because making journals is really like, I found this to be a passion. I really have. That's how much I love it. And it's like, put that down for now. Do what you got to do so that you can start getting that stream of income that's pretty coming in, so that you can do what you love. And that's the whole point, to be financially independent and be able to do the thing that you love to do. It's like when you're making thousands of dollars extra outside of your work, right? The whole idea is that what you're doing outside would replace you even going outside. Okay? What you're doing outside of your work should ultimately replace what you're doing to even be going outside. So that's where I am with that. And then it's like, what do you want to do in your past time? And it's like, sit down here and make journals and talk to the people who are viewing my work, following me on YouTube. Even though it's not, my channel isn't growing very, very fast. And I had a person, at least one person, it might have been 2. I can't remember if it was 2 or not. I think it was. But they came into my comments on some video and said, You're doing great, but you could be doing so much more if you would, what did they say I needed to do? I don't know if they said use an editor or if you would use like, I don't know, maybe they was talking about the whole thing for me, right, is like the AI and the whole, what they be doing, AI and I can't even keep this stuff in my head. It's so much, and I don't even understand the computer and research and all that kind of stuff, like, because it can cost you. It can be a very costly mistake in a way that you cannot afford if you don't know what you're doing messing around with this stuff. Great viruses and Trojans and all that kind of stuff, not to mention people being able to get into your system some kind of way and, you know, just steal your identity and do whatever else that they can do that can, you know, just mess up your life and your finances and your social media and all that kind of stuff. And it's like you really need somebody to help you, and you don't know who these people are who are trying to reach out. So you almost like you got to steer clear, and at the same time you got to be trusting enough that that's not everybody's intention, right? And so I understand that fully, but at the same time, you know, I'm in the old head crew kind of thing. You know, somebody might say, really? Wow, why would you say that? I'm just saying, you know, the young people, they're not afraid of, you know, risk because, you know, they understand this fast-paced world more than those of us who are 50 plus. And there are a lot of people who do understand it that are 50 plus, a whole lot of people, you know, who are super experts at the stuff. You know, they've been growing with it and learning about it and not afraid of it. And they got people who can help them, and they ask questions. They know what questions to ask and stuff like that. I don't really have all of the questions. I don't really know all of what questions to ask. And then the people who you try to reach out to, who you are trying to trust, they won't reach back. And it's like, okay, God. So I just keep praying that the Lord will help me to be very smart and be very wise and to trust somebody, you know, and that he'll send me somebody who I can trust and it'll be okay, because it's just, it's frightening to me. Quite honestly, it's frightening to me. Because, I mean, people can get in and do some stuff that's quite malicious, and you trying to understand what happened and where were you when it was happening. You know, it's like, were you sleeping? Were you awake but sleeping? You know, that gullible thing that people used to talk about way back in the day is still real today, especially when you don't know what you're dealing with. And, you know, it's kind of like contractors or, you know, something like that. People talking about they're going to do this kind of work and you can, you know, rely on them and they're going to make sure, you know, like a lady trying to take her car to an auto mechanic and he's talking about she needs this, that, and the third. And because she doesn't know, all she knows is give him the credit card number, you know, or bring him the cash. And he then took her for all this money and she didn't need that type of work and she don't even know she didn't need it. Then she goes somewhere else and it's like, you need to get this. And I'm thinking, I just got that. I just paid somebody. No, they took you off. You know, that kind of thing. That's what's really out here in the world. And then you just get out here. It's been out here a while, a number of years, right? I ain't talking about like 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. I'm talking about 40. You know, 30, 40 years, this stuff been going on, and women know it. And I'm a woman, and I understand that you got to be focused and you got to know what you're doing or know something about what you're trying to know. And a lot of it is you learning it yourself. And I heard that from one of the people I follow who is a tech person, Kevin Stravert, something like that. Stravert, something like that. He's out here on YouTube, and I think it's Kevin Stravert. And he said one of the best ways of learning how to do is to do. And so you have to just sit down and learn it. And I even have a post in my phone that says you can learn any new skill you want to learn with 10 hours of diligent study. That's what it said, 10 hours of diligent study. So that means you got to sit down and you got to focus. You might can't get all 10 hours in one day, and maybe you can. Maybe you have to do an hour or two a day so you can take in the information, absorb the information, ponder the information, go back and re-listen to that one, and that might take you an hour and a half, of some YouTube video. And then you got to do that for 10 hours, he said. And the old saying that's out there that they say, that's very pretty. And they say that anything you do for 21 days becomes a habit. That's what they say. So, I got to get on this thing, and my crossroads is real because, like, when I think about skill sets and what you can do and what you know how to do, everybody who knows me say, she is so good with children. She's just so good with children. She's just, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian and I'm a minister at my church. And they just like, God has anointed her to work with children, and that's her gift. That's her calling. And so that's really all I know. And when I think about, trying to share that, and somebody say, whatever you know and you're good at and you can help somebody else with, that's something you can write a book about. That's something you can package into a coaching program, as they say. It's something you can sell in an ebook. And I'm like, how do you wrap that up and put that in an ebook? Like, I understand that there are many people out here who do not understand how to parent. They just don't know. They have children and they don't know how to parent. And a lot of people always looking for, parenting tips and all that kind of stuff. And people still are in the business of, following this blog and that blog, mommy blogs and things like that. I get it. If I had started a blog in 2021, right? If I had started the blog then, I might be some kind of established now. I might be. But I don't really know that I would be. I don't know that I would be. So I'm just like, I don't know whether blogging is my thing. That's another thing I love to do. I love to write, and I'm in a season. I shared before. I guess I'll keep sharing it as often as I feel led. I'm in a season where I'm not sure why, but God is allowing it. And it's been happening to me for over a year now that I lose my words. And I'm not sure what that is. And so that's a very scary and frightening thought if you give it thought. It really is, because you can't imagine where you are with that. You can't imagine. And so I don't try to really talk about it like that, but sometimes I want to talk about it. Sometimes I think about an Instagram live situation. Sometimes I think about a podcast kind of thing, because I'm not the only one. Because I remember a couple months ago, I was on a master class and some questions came out. And one of the questions was, what do you think is your primary reason for not starting or doing? And somebody said, sometimes I'm challenged with my words. Like I can't really, she said, like, I can't really, she didn't say like articulate. She was like, I can't find the words that I'm trying to say when I need to say it. And so it came out like, a lot of people have problems with or difficulty with that kind of thing because, you just are trying to understand something you don't understand, and we don't always have the right questions. And that's why it's good to be in rooms with people who have questions and people who don't, because that's how we pull from and learn from each other. And the whole thing came back out to, no, it's not that I don't know what to ask. It's just that when it's time to ask, I can't even within myself find the words. And right, and that's where I am. It's almost like, as my doctor said to me when I went to him with my concern, he said, well, I'm going to send you to neurology because maybe you're dealing with something that's pre-dementia. That's what he said. And I was like, just wanted to cry then. I just really wanted to, because like when I went, I was 53. Now I'm 55. And I was like, I can't even begin to wrap my mind around that. So, that's a very serious situation in my thinking. And, I don't know. But I don't get to control that like nobody else can. Nobody else can control it either. It is what God allows it to be. And that's all you got. So it's very, very frightening at times. Very frightening. I think I want to put something else down here. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But I'm writing this book, and don't cover up, don't. And the book that I'm writing is going to be a good one, and it's going to be helpful and needed, I believe. Should I put this on here? I'm going to do it. I don't know if I should, but I'm going to. Okay, and it's going to benefit many women. It will. And it's like, I'm working on it so that I can do it. I've been 12 years thinking on it, and a confirmation came to me the other day, and it was like, wow. It was like, wow. I couldn't even believe that it came like it did, but that's the way it did. And I was like, okay. Yep, it came by my ex-husband. He confirmed it. I had already started writing it clearly, and he confirmed it like, I know you should be doing this by now. Excuse me. Writing your book. Excuse me. And I was like, just listening. And he was like, you got a powerful testimony, and people need to hear it. They need to hear about what you've been through and how it was and what God brought you through, and where you are now, how God is still right there with you and bringing you through things and helping you along. I was like, wow. And so I just said in response, I am writing my book. I've already started. And I was like, wow. And for those who heard me say it, I did say my ex-husband. So that would be part of my testimony. And I was just like, wow. See, I never know what I'm going to be talking about when I get on here. I just don't know, and I don't live a way that I'm going to say something that would be just crazy. Like, why would you say something like that? Man, I wonder if y'all can hear this. It's like an air show, right? Like, I know somewhere, wherever you are, you've heard these planes moving about in the land where you live, and it's like an air show. All of the Air Force people or whatever, they get together and they go make these planes move in some kind of circular motion and stuff like that. I don't know, but yesterday that thing was great. It was real, real loud. It was so loud over top of my bedroom near my house or whatever. I found myself in my room, like say this is the end of my bed, and the window would be right here at the lipstick or whatever that is. And the thing was so loud, I was backing up like this into the hall. And I was telling myself, girl, you can't get away from it. Where you going? And it was so loud and so freaking scary, right? That my cat was down the hall in the back room window and he came running up the hall and was going down the stairs. He didn't know what was happening. I don't know if y'all just heard it. It was a fleet show here in Baltimore yesterday. But they said this weekend, so apparently the weekend ain't over when you just heard all of that. Okay, so this is what I was seeing to do with this. Like, okay, let's just make this one go down on the page and everything. Yeah, but what I was saying before that loudness came about and I had to explain a thing is that I'm not saying anything on my YouTube that I wouldn't say in my church. Here it comes again. That thing is incredible. I just began to thank God and say to the Lord, thank Him for these people who have been trained and skilled at aviation and they know how to do something. Because that is so full of, I don't know what to say, what I was trying to say with that. I was full of fear. That's where I was with the thought. Okay, let me just come and say that. I was full of fear. I thought about that for like 20 minutes. I was like, that was crazy. And if I was outside, I probably would have been even more frightened because I was walking outside. And it's probably so far up in the sky, you just can't really see it as close as how it sounds. That thing was so loud, you could not tell me. I'm talking about, I had a 911 flashback. And I was nowhere near, New York City or the Trade Center or nowhere else when all of that came down. But that's the kind of fear that came over me yesterday. It was so loud, I thought it was right here in my block over top of our houses and getting ready to come through my bedroom window. It was incredible. So, anyway, we trimmed that M on down. We're trying to get this OMG going in another direction so that we can have some space. That's all we're trying to do. All right. And we got the G here. It's going to run together, looks like, with the pink word. But, we only can do what we can. So, anyway, I'm working on this book. And when I end this video, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to write a little bit before I go across the street to a neighbor, one of my neighbors, is a pastor, and his church is across the street, and he's having some kind of, what did he say it was for this weekend? I don't know. I was thinking it was a end of school situation, but he having something where they're going to have some type of cookout and play music and games and all that kind of stuff, and he asked me to come do some face painting. So I'm going to go over there from 5 to 7 with them. That's what I'm going to do this evening. And then I'm going to come back in here and maybe I will start a journal. Maybe not. I don't know. I only got a couple days off. Like all this week. I think I'm off all this week. And then the following week, I might be going to work. Because summer program starts on July 1st. I don't know what day that is. I haven't looked it up. Here it comes again. And teachers come back who are working this summer. They come back the week before. And since I've been granted permission to work, that's cute, by my principal, then she said I'll be coming back the week before. So there we go with that. All right, so I can't get my whole pig in. We'll put this here. I don't really like it right there. I didn't think about all these things, but yeah, let's do that. Yeah, put that right there. And I like this, but I don't know where to put it. And I was going to cut the pig and just use his face, his cute face. But I can't. I could. Oh, I could, but that takes so much out of. You got yikes. That's going to take too much. How about this? What if we lose the wings and just use the envelope? No. So I guess that's going to be a dunner because I don't have any more space really. Let's trim. Make sure they all down first. And this was fun and it's pretty too. And the back turned out pretty good. Look at that big air bubble in there. Can't get it out, but it's okay. Those treats turned out pretty cool for this, so that's a good thing too. All right. Now for the tops of my pages like this, I had planned to put a bow here with a piece of string, twine something tight in a bow and glue it right there. But I clearly didn't do it. My cats do not like that. They walking around like, what is that? Right, so this is what we have. I did not bring a sleeve to put it in, so I can cut it. So I won't be doing that right now because that was time consuming yesterday. But we will be adding this pink one to our little book. I hope you enjoyed it. It's very pretty. When we come back, we'll be doing gray. And that's what we have this time. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you have not subscribed already. And I will see you in my next video. Until then, be good. Peace.